Shem Angel 38, Haamiah. Hello everyone, this is Taliesin McKnight. Thank you for joining me today. This Shem Angel has to do with spirituality and higher aspirations. So with many of the Shem Angels, they help with very material things such as love and business, things like that. But having those needs met, this angel has to do with higher aspirations, a yearning for the divine. Haamiah, Shem Angel 38, which governs 5 degrees up until 10 degrees of Libra. Haamiah. This Shem Angel is again associated with higher aspiration, with the divine, and is a protector of all those who seek the truth. So, the spelling of this name, the first letter is not an H, it's the letter Chet, which I talk about in my videos. It's a Ch. It's kind of like Lach. It's a Ch. Sometimes people spell this with a CH to distinguish it from an English H sound. I think sometimes it actually creates more confusion with those that don't know, because they start saying Chamia. But, so Haamiah, the letter Chet is a Ch. If you have problem pronouncing that, you can just do an H. As a matter of fact, when we look at the Latin spelling, or English letter, or Latin letter spelling of the name throughout history, usually it's done with an H. H-A-A-M-I-A-H. Agrippa has it spelled with an H all throughout, and then Dr. Rudd, as is typical, he puts a CH there. So Haamiah, it's Chet, spelled in Hebrew Chet, Ayin, Mim, Yod, He, Haamiah. And again, if you have trouble pronouncing the letter Chet, then you can just do an H. Haamiah, Haamiah or Haamiah. So the Psalm verse associated in the Masoretic text is Psalm 91, verse 9. Again, that's Psalm 91, 9-1, Psalm 91, verse 9. From the Tanakh, it says, "For you said, the Lord is my refuge, the Most High you have made your dwelling." So it's interesting, the Lord is my refuge, the Most High you've made your dwelling. Again, we're putting our hopes and our aspirations into higher divine things, into the divine. This is the highest spiritual divine nature. And then in the Vulgate numbering, that's Psalm 90. There's a little bit of a different numbering, whether you're using the Masoretic text of the Psalms or the derived from the Vulgate. And the divine attribute is God, the hope of all the ends of the earth, referring to like all, or God, the hope of all beings, God, the hope of all the ends of the earth. And it's very useful. I want people to continue to think about the divine attribute of each angel. The divine attributes, which first appear in Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus of 1654, throughout the centuries, many people have found the contemplative way. So, of course, you have the method of prayer, the method of ceremonial magic, then you have the contemplative approach to kind of internalize the teachings of the Shem Angels. You want to derive the most that you can from this. So it's about getting the most that we can out of our Shem Angel work. What does this divine attribute mean? God, the hope of all the ends of the earth. Athanasius Kircher's Latin has Deus spes omnium finum terrae. And this angel, according to the same text, is one of the powers. Because again, the 72 angels of the Shem HaMepharesh are divided into 9 groups of 8 each. 8 of them are the first, beginning with Vehuya, are seraphim. The next 8 are cherubim, and then you have thrones, dominations, virtues. So this is one of the powers. So again, this angel has to do with, it governs all religious and spiritual centers and all things related to the divine or God or the divine. It protects all truth seekers. So how can you use this? How can you work with this angel respecting its particular office? You know, many people that have worked with the Shem angels, and myself included, and I want each person to come to their own conclusion through experiment, have found each angel to be absolutely unique and completely different from every other one. Each one has a completely different kind of personality and energy. Each one is unique. So how can you work with this? And so working within the office of the angel, what is the, how can you work with this? Well, some people may want to understand some type of spiritual teaching, or you might be confused about some type of spiritual teaching or some type of higher divine teaching. Something's confusing you. It's not making sense. You're racking your brain trying to understand something. This angel can help you to understand the spiritual teaching that you're grappling with. So it's very common. A lot of times we're trying to figure something out. What is this really talking about? Or trying to understand some spiritual teaching. This angel can bring clarity. This angel can help to resolve any kind of theological or religious like problems or disputes, or maybe you're trying to understand something. Also, this angel can just help with elevation. Maybe you're just trying to raise your vibration. Maybe you're just trying to raise your energy and elevate your spiritual life. This angel can be called upon just to elevate yourself, to help you to raise your vibrations, to come to a higher level or a higher divine understanding. And so it can help with finding the truth, or maybe you're looking for your true spiritual path, or like I said, any type of elevation, or trying to understand some type of spiritual teaching, or trying to reconcile some type of teaching. This angel can help with that. So I really want people to work with this angel. And on my Facebook, which is where I do my lives, if you're watching me on YouTube, then if you go to my pinned, there's always a comment pinned to the top. And I put, at the top, you'll see like support my Patreon or whatever. And then underneath that, there's a link to my Instagram, my Facebook. My Facebook is where I do these lives. And that way you can tune in live if you want to. I've maxed out with my 5,000 friends. But if you just click the follow, it's the same as the friend thing. It's the same. If you follow, you see all of my posts are public. It's for everyone to see. So I really recommend that if you enjoy my videos, to follow my Facebook, and you'll be able to watch these live. And then also on the community section of YouTube, and also on my Facebook, and I need to add this to the pinned comment as well, you'll get the Psalm verse in English, Latin, Hebrew. You get what the Divine Kabbalah says. You get what all these different things say. And the Divine Kabbalah basically just agrees, and the Divine Kabbalah says that this angel governs from the 27th of September up till October the 2nd, inclusively. And then also, yeah, I really want y'all check out my pinned comment. I also have some book recommendations on there. And then also, the last thing I wanted to say was, now for timing, I provide like the sigil. And I really want people to try doing the dream work with the Shem angels. Now, first of all, you need to remember your dreams. And sometimes people find it useful to take small naps when they do dream work with spirits, naps, because set your alarm for like an hour. That way you just dip into sleep, have some type of interaction, come out. You tend to remember it better rather than going through this whole long sleep cycle. So that's just a little trick that many people find useful, is to try naps. But on my Facebook and also on the community section of YouTube, I provide the sigil and all the information. And that's been gathered up over the different texts over the last 500 years. And then I encourage people to pray to the angel, put the sigil under their pillow, and try to have a dream communication. Now, if you don't get results with that right away, just repeat. Even the Divine Kabbalah says to repeat it 3 days in a row with each angel. So it's something that you may have to get used to the method. You might not remember your dreams at first, but as you continue with the method, it becomes easier and easier. It's like working out your muscles or anything else, or practicing a language. The more you do it, the more those connections are made, and the easier it gets to remember your dreams and to do the dream work. I'm not saying you have to do dream work, but there are many different methods. I just want people to start adding that to their toolkit if they watch my videos. And also, now if you're going to sleep, you can do that whenever you go to sleep. You don't have to use a special time of day. I normally have used the planetary hour of the sun with a lot of really good success. Some people use the planetary hour of Mercury as just a general communication time. And then Lazare Lenain creates this like 20-minute cycle thing. For his 20-minute cycle, this angel governs from 1:20 p.m. to 12:20 to 12:40 p.m. So 12:20 in the afternoon to 12:40 in the afternoon, 12:20 to 12:40. But with daylight savings time here in the U.S., for example, use daylight savings, it's actually 1:20 to 1:40 this time of year, up until like we fall back. And, I really want people to try that method out. The key is to try different approaches and see which way works best for you, what gives you better results. So instead of looking at somebody else's homework and what they're doing, that's good for, like getting suggestions, but see what works best for you. Right now, sometimes of year, like the angel, or some angels, they govern like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock that's kind of hard to do for some people. But right now, while it's in the afternoon, 12:20 to 12:40 p.m. with daylight savings, like in the U.S., it's 1:20 to 1:40 p.m. A lot of people are active at this time, so it's a great time to try working with the angel. So try it out. Try out Lazare Lenain's 20-minute cycle and see how it goes. So once again, Haamiah, this angel governs spiritual elevation, spirituality, the quest for the divine. Maybe there are theological questions you have. Maybe there's some type of spiritual thing that's puzzling you or you'd like clarification on. And maybe you just want to raise up your vibration. So for any of these types of things, Haamiah is your angel. Excellent angel to work with. Once again, it governs 5 until 10 degrees of Libra. And for those of you that may have this as your birth angel, or any of the Shem angels within Libra, according to Cornelius Agrippa, in his the 3 Books of Occult Philosophy, Book 2, Chapter 14, I believe. I don't want to look it up right now. It gives the stone of Libra as beryl. So, I find it useful. Many people find it useful to get the stone associated with your angel or birth angel to work with it. That's what I do. I actually have a different chrysoprase today than the one I've been wearing. I'm wearing a different one. So I have different ones. I've got some chrysoprase that I just carry in my pocket sometimes. It's just something that helps me to connect with my angel. And really, the angels don't need any of this, but for us humans below, it gives us something to focus on, kind of direct ourselves, something you can hold in your hands and while you pray and have an interaction. But beryl is associated with this Shem angel and all of the ones within Libra. Haamiah. So this is Shem angel 38. And I've come all the way around to where I started doing the Shem angel operations last year, and so I've been working with each of the Shem angels, and but making videos. I started at Shem Angel 1, Vehuya, making a video on each one. But I've come full circle in my operations, and I'm about to do it again, y'all. About to go through it again. It's like a spiral. You're not just coming back to the same, you're coming back to the same place, but at a deeper level, okay? Or a higher level, all right? So, anyway, so that is Shem Angel 38, Haamiah. And of course, also I wanted to put in here that I'm doing my Patreon videos in the evening, so I appreciate all my Patreon supporters, and there's going to be a new one on there tonight. And, yep, that's pretty much it, y'all. I hope everyone's having a marvelous day today. I hope everyone's doing excellent. And I will see y'all in my next video. Have a great day, y'all.